What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. In the last episode, we did some item collection and got a lot of items actually. Got the last bottle, got the magic cape, got the cane of Burna, and now we are inside the Ice Palace, brand new dungeon that we could only get into through a portal in the Light World. Excuse me. Now, the Ice Palace has some very annoying enemies. Like those guys. They can only be killed by the fire rod. Yes, the magic flames, which is referring to the fire rod here. That's not nice, because these items actually hurt a lot. For being, well, I guess they're not exactly a common enemy, but man, when they show up, you better have that fire rod out, because they hurt. They hurt so much, man. Now, this dungeon, I really like this dungeon. Probably because I like snow levels. I'm probably the only person to ever say that ever. But yes, I do like ice levels. This one, though, I don't know. I just think it looks really cool. I mean, the SNES was capable of a lot of awesome colors. And these guys, I used to call them like mutant penguins. It's just how they look. They look so silly. And the best part is, they die with one hit from the hook shot, where the little beams you shoot from your sword, they ain't got nothing against the hook shot. And already we get the compass. So how many floors? Oh my gosh! There are so many floors in this dungeon. Well, let's get to it then. Now, as far as the enemies in this dungeon, I've already mentioned the ice guys that come out of the walls. They are very difficult. And that doesn't really ruin the dungeon for me. I mean, toughness is pretty good, especially in, games with progressing difficulty like this one is. Like, as soon as you hit the dark wall, it's like, oh god, don't kill me! Please, give me more items. And you kind of feel defenseless when you come in there. And speaking of defenseless, which makes no sense because we can't do anything in there yet. What we can do is open up the doors, come in through here, and head up here. Now, this will be introducing an enemy that has been in a lot of Zelda games, and every time, it always seems like there's a different way to kill them. Like, all the time. There is always a different way to kill these enemies. But it's just not nice. Okay, that actually worked. Alright, so let me think. Can I throw it over there? Oh, no, I can't! Alright, let's see. I guess we'll just blow it to Kingdom Come. I was thinking I could trick out the crystal switch, but it's not worth it. Let's go ahead and head down. Alright, what do we have here? The Skeleton Knights with the sword. We can't kill the Skeleton Knights. So, what is he vulnerable to? You hit him and he collapses. Place a bomb, and there he goes. These are Stalfos, or at least they look like Stalfos. They look... Skull Knights, cool name, but not as cool as Stalfos. And these are the only enemies, actually, that can give you more than one bomb. Yeah, there'll be a different number amount next to the bombs. I'll see if I can make it happen later if we meet any more. This part of the dungeon is kind of... why? I mean, this part is kind of aggravating, but hey, we got another crystal switch. I can't remember if I'm supposed to hit it or not, because this dungeon does revolve around a crystal switch puzzle, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to hit it. No, I wasn't. Okay. And it also has a lot of these. There's a lot of ideas that are cool, but then they bring them back. And I think I should start resorting to ice puns. I'll be Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin, which is a terrible movie, but that's getting into a bunch of different things nobody wants to talk about. This dungeon is also very long. It does have a cool boss, I will admit to that, but it's getting there. That's a very long haul. I mean, you saw how many floors there were in this guy. I love this guy. He just does his own thing. Doesn't even care what you do. And I don't know, a lot of people don't like ice levels because of ice physics. I totally understand, but I just love how good they look so much, and no, I got another one. He's right on me. Get off! Okay. I don't know. I think I'm the only one who's crazy enough to actually enjoy ice levels. Like, ice physics, I don't mind them too much. And before that guy kills me, I'll go ahead and head down here. And that was a bad idea. I've already forgotten where I'm going, because we can't open it up. So now you know where the item of this dungeon is. And believe it or not, this is another dungeon where the dungeon item is not used to kill the boss. So, is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? No, it's kind of a what the hell kind of thing. Because normally, in Zelda games, you need item Y to defeat boss F or something. I was never good at math. Or figuring out different equations. And I have no idea how I hit him first. And it's the very last one that I didn't try. Yep, there it is. Moving right along. Oh, this is kind of mean, actually. So, gotta wait for it to move on. Keep in mind, though, all of these puzzles that are being shown to you in these dungeons, they do eventually come back. So, be sure to keep that in mind. And I think that guy's gonna show up here. Okay, it doesn't look like it. I mean, that guy gave me a bomb, so I'm just wondering what'll happen then. Oh, we got another key. That's the one thing about this dungeon, too. It is so big that you can get multiple keys, and they will eventually all be used, but it just takes a long time to actually get there. And I saw him. Where is he? There he is. Okay, there's a bunch of different ones. That is kind of creepy, though. If you see those ice statue guys, there's a lot of them, so you don't know which one's going to come out of the wall until you like really pay attention and see which one moves first. It's kind of creepy. It's like being in a house of wax. By the way, I don't know how many of you actually like went to a haunted house or something like that close to Halloween, but man, you don't even want to get me into a house of wax. Those things are terrifying. Not the horror movie version, though. That thing sucked. So there's an easy way to the dungeon item, or at least it would be if you were able to get down there, down to the dungeon item from that. And I guess this is another reason people would hate ice physics in games, and like I said, I'm right there with you. I just enjoy them for some reason. So I need my magic, huh? And it suggests that you bring a green potion. You know, you really don't need a green potion, and somehow I was walking sideways. I don't question it, I just run with it. Oh, this will be a good time to show off Bombos Medallion. Let's see. I should be able to hit these guys. Gone. And it actually burns up the little... Oh, God. It actually burns up the mini versions of that monster once you use Bombos. So, very useful item for all those guys. And now these are just going to move along at their own pace. Those are actually really interesting enemies because they follow you on every plane. So if you're looking at north, south, east, west, they can follow you any direction, no matter where you are. Oh, that was... I even saw it, and I knew it was a bad idea. Now, there will be a lot of cracks in the walls in this dungeon, and not all of them are bombable. So, to save a bomb, I probably could have done this. Yeah, that wasn't opening. But that's kind of clever. You know, you come down, or you have to hookshot across these spikes to push a button to be able to hookshot across again. But I'm not going to do that. Really quick, I just want to see what's over here. Let's see. Oh, got another Stalfos Skeleton Knight. I don't know. Maybe Skeleton Knight is a cool name. I'm just not giving it enough credit. I don't know. And I gave up a long time ago by giving you the official names of these enemies, just because it's nice to know what these enemies are called, but you really don't need it to play a game like this. I mean, you just gotta know, like, the game does tell you the enemies' names, but really, do you need to know what they're called? Ah, there we go. There's a good example. That Skeleton Knight gave me 4 bombs. And you wouldn't think to do that. It took me forever to figure that out when I was a kid. And all of that for the dungeon map. It took forever, man. And let's see. That's another example of they don't tell you, but go ahead and try it. So if you head up here, what do we get inside? The big key, finally. There we go. We now have all the regular dungeon items. Now it's time to get the item in question and continue on with the dungeon. One more chest that I didn't get down here. I'll go ahead and get it now, get it out of the way. Watch, it's probably going to be a small key. At this point, it has to be a small key. Yep, we've got 3 keys to play around with. This is ridiculous. Alright, so looking at the map here, there's a room I haven't been in yet. So I'll have him move along. And let's see what's up here. It's a trap room! Amazing! Yeah. Darn it. And it just drops me to the lower floor. That'll work. Oh, well, now's a better time than ever to show off the powers of the Ether Medallion. And it just breaks them all into pieces. I wonder if this will kill the rest of them. Cool, it does! Look at all those items. Let's see, can I get the heart from here? I know I can get the... Of course. Yep, I needed that. And I didn't need that. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it's because I'm using a 360 D-pad, and those things are probably the most abominable thing ever to grace a controller. I mean, people thought the GameCube controller was bad. Take a look at the Xbox D-pad. It is absolutely abysmal. Alright. Now, probably the best course of action, at least to get back to where the main item of this dungeon was, I'm going to go ahead and head back this way. Wait, was that a good idea? Probably not. Well, maybe if I were to check the map real quick. Okay. Okay, I've got this. Go right in here. Yep, here it is. Going down should actually lead me to where the dungeon item is. Yep, here it is. Gotta deal with one more Iceman here. He cometh, I burneth. Lay a bomb here and wait patiently, very patiently, while looking like the Tasmanian Devil. And here we go. We get the Blue Mail, or the new Blue Tunic. This reduces damage from enemies, and it gives you a nice new sprite. Very nice. So now, the damage taken by enemies will be reduced by a specific percentage that I can't tell you because I didn't do the math, but it definitely does help. Now, down there, I think would be a way to get to the fairy fountain. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I need to go back up there. Dropping down would let me get into that floor. But I don't think I have to do that, do I? I've pretty much gone through every room, so let's see what's up here. Oh, we got more of these guys. We got another Skeleton Knight coming down. Let's see if a Skeleton Knight can be killed by bombos. Probably not, and this is probably a terrible idea. Yeah, it is. I mean, it killed those guys, but those weren't important. And I've actually got another key to play around with. So was this the best idea? Oh, okay. So if you had flipped the crystal switch and dropped down floor above, you would have gone to the fairy fountain from there. And I guess this was a good move. We've gone all the way around. I've gotten the item of this dungeon. We can move on, actually. Whoops. There we go. Got rid of him. And we can make it through here. And look at that. They thought of everything. Which means we should be able to go back up, right? I'm actually going to do that just to show off the fairy fountain and so that we can move on. Because I do need fairies. I'm missing 2. I don't know about you guys, but I like the feeling of having a full inventory. If I'm, like, missing... Like, for example, I love the fact that I have 50 bombs and 70 arrows right now. I love it. It's because it's 100%. I always like to go into dungeons fully ready for the dangers ahead. So I like having full items. And you can imagine how much my ADD kicked in when I had to play Majora's Mask, reset time, and all my items were gone. That was maddening. Okay, so because I flipped the crystal switch, this means I have to go all the way back. I may like this dungeon, but this crystal switch puzzle is maddening. Because look, I need to get down there. So how do I do that? I need to go all the way back around and fall again without flipping another crystal switch. That would be certain doom. So I don't want to do that. But I think I actually have to get back there, so it's kind of a waste of time. If anything, that crystal switch was there so that you could get fairies. Another item there, or another heart. And hopefully I can just skip right past this guy. If not, I can show you how much damage he does. Nope, I was able to skip him. Very good. Ah, okay, here's a shortcut. Yeah, if you come through here, you can actually drop down to where the item was, so they did put some thought into the level design. So we have gone right back in a big circle. You can now pick up this giant brick here and fall down. Awesome, we are here. Where, you ask? Well, getting full magic, that's where we are. Yeah, getting full magic twice, wow. So, here is the final room. Actually, I don't want to use that. I want to save as much magic as I can. Yes. If you are a magic junkie and you have to use magic all the time, this boss will be a nightmare for you. So if you don't have the half magic... Oh, you guys are jerks. That was pretty funny, okay. But if you do not have the half magic spell cast on you, you're going to want to come in here with at least one magic potion, because you won't be able to beat the boss without magic. Yeah, that's kind of jerkish, and this is the second time we've had to drop down on the boss, because, drop down here, 7th basement floor. So, let's go! And here he is, Kholdstare, with a KH. Yeah, that's how you know he's not screwing around. So, all you have to do to start out this boss is throw fire at him. See, you can't chip the ice with your sword, so you're going to have to throw magic the entire time. Or throw fire, excuse me. Yeah, throw magic. And as soon as you melt his ice, go up and hit him, and he turns into 3. So, not the best boss in the world. I mean, we've already had a boss that was kind of like this. And if you have the tempered sword, this is actually a lot easier than I'm making it seem. And of course, as soon as I say that, Kholdstare kills me. Anyway, I bet you anything there's like one hit away. Oh, a couple. So, using the fire rod works wonders here. And for some reason I can't use it. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was waiting for. It just seems like this boss is a lot slower than the other ones you've had to fight. And not that tough, but I'm an idiot, so of course I would die to a boss like Kholdstare. And we're done! Man, that dungeon was long. I guess this is where they start getting a lot longer. Either that or a lot more confusing. Fair maiden. So I have mysterious powers? Oh wait, no, I'm a knight of Hyrule. I guess I don't have special powers. So if we all combine our powers, we can defeat evil. So the blood of the knights and the blood of the Hylians, fuse them together, and we can defeat evil. Well, I'm glad it's waiting for me, and it's so courteous. So the Triforce will wait for us if we defeat Ganon, and the entirety of the Dark World will disappear. Good to know. May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Alright, another dungeon down. Oh, we've only got 2 left, and there's not too many more items that we need to collect. This game is starting to wind down. So next time on The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, we are going... we'll probably hit Dungeon 6. So, I will see you guys next time.